In 2012, 1 year before Detroit's financial collapse, Stockton, California was the largest city in U.S. history to file for bankruptcy. This followed years of wasteful spending that forced many of the city's public amenities, like community centers and pools, to be closed down. A diverse city, Stockton has large Latino and Asian American populations, and it is solvent once again. But nearly 1 in 4 of its residents live in poverty, and the city battles a violent crime rate 3 times that of California's average. As NewsHour Weekend's Yvette Feliciano reports, the city's new mayor is taking a bold approach to address these problems.
Success did not come easily for Michael Tubbs. He grew up in poverty on the south side of Stockton, California, a city struggling with violent crime and homelessness. When he was a kid, his father was mostly in prison. His single mother struggled, working as a cashier and later doing customer service for a health insurance company, while she raised Michael and his younger brother.
She sacrificed so much. She had me when she was a teenager. Didn't get to go to college. She worked incredibly hard her whole life.
A gifted student, Tubbs received a scholarship to attend Stanford University. While studying there, he says he was shocked by the difference between life in college and at home.
I really began to realize that, maybe it's not as normal, some of the things we did to do to survive. It wasn't normal to hear gunshots before you went to bed at night.
Stanford opened the door to opportunities that had once seemed impossible to a kid from the South Side.
I used to get in trouble all the time in school for being defiant or for talking back and things of that sort. But at Stanford, all those things made me like the teacher's pet. I was like, wow, I'm glad I can stay true to myself, because all these traits they try to suspend out of me or kick out of me were what made people at Stanford say, this guy's a leader, let's support him, let's figure out what it is you want to do.
Tubbs would soon be interning at Google, then in his junior year at the Obama White House. But that same year, 2010, his cousin, Donnell James, was murdered at a house party. At the time, Tubbs was considering trying to return to Google or join Teach for America. That's when he got some stern words from a family friend, Sammy Nunez.
I just remember telling them, Brother Michael, how many young people do we need to bury in this community before you come back and serve the community, that raised you, right? How many people?
I was like, what do you mean? And he said, seriously, like what will it take for you to feel ready to come back to home? And when he said that, I said, okay, I'm coming back for sure.
Nunez heads Fathers and Families of San Joaquin, a Stockton community aid organization.
Michael had a tremendous opportunity to actually come back with his academic institutional knowledge and re-enter community in a way that I believe we should be doing it. We're obligated to do it.
After graduating from Stanford in 2012, Tubbs returned to Stockton, where he ran and won a seat on the city council. 4 years later, at the age of 26, Tubbs became the first Black mayor in Stockton's history, and its youngest as well. His administration immediately began to focus on ways for low-income Stocktonians to lift themselves out of poverty. But creating the conditions for opportunity in the city has not been easy.
You have a higher chance of getting shot in Stockton than in Chicago, in a community that has been called the armpit of California, right? It is evident that our young folks have more access to firearms than they do to fresh fruits and vegetables.
Mayor Tubbs is spearheading a raft of programs addressing violence and inequality in Stockton. Each initiative receives philanthropic funding and is administered independently. One program launching next year is an 18-month experiment called the Stockton Economic Empowerment Demonstration, or SEED. 100 recipients will receive $500 a month on top of what they earn through work.
When 1 in 2 Californians can afford one $500 emergency, I think the data tells us that yes, $500 a month matters.
We connect and we talk to people.
Another program in the works is called Advance Peace, which got its start in 2007 in the nearby city of Richmond. Homicides there have since fallen by more than half. Outreach workers make contact with young men who have had run-ins with law enforcement and then work with them on reforming criminal behavior. Participants may even earn cash stipends for meeting certain benchmarks, like holding down a job or going through drug rehabilitation.
The idea is to target and identify the guys who are currently driving our violent crime rate, which is less than 1% of the population, and to flood them with as much attention as the police used to give them.
Not everyone is on board with the programs the mayor advocates. Advance Peace has drawn criticism from some in Stockton, including City Councilwoman Christina Fugazi. She voted against the Advance Peace program when it came before the council.
Alternative programs, I think they're great, but I don't think that they are a substitute for law enforcement. We have a department called the Office of Violence Prevention that does pretty much what Advance Peace does. And so I think we need to look at, why did crime drop in Richmond? Well, what they did was they increased their police staffing numbers. They focused on hot spots. They focused on the individuals that were doing the crime, and they worked on that diligently.
The mayor says that while Advance Peace isn't the only solution to violent crime, the evidence shows that it has helped.
So Advance Peace, part of the pun, is not a magic bullet, but it's been proven to be a part of a solution that worked for a city not too far away from us. And that's why they're still doing it 10 years later. And the fact that 80 other cities are considering bringing Advance Peace suggests to me that it works.
Another one of the mayor's programs is already up and running. Stockton Scholars provides scholarships to high school graduates from Stockton Unified, the city's biggest school district. About 1,800 students graduate from the district each year. Those attending a 4-year college will receive $1,000 a year, and those attending a 2-year community college or trade school will get $500 a year.
I think opportunity is the most powerful lever of change, especially individual change in a society. The choices people make matter, for sure, but choices don't exist in vacuums. That choices exist in environments, and environments and communities are often created through policy choices that leaders make, and that communities make, and that council members make. So I'm just motivated and driven to make sure that everyone has as much opportunity as possible.
Mayor Tubbs says that $1,000 makes a real dent in the cost of, say, a California State University, where annual tuition is typically around $5,700.
And then we worked with the CSU Chancellor's Office, and they told us that given the average income of Stockton Unified students, that $1,000 was the gap between all the aid they would receive and what tuition cost.
An anonymous $20 million donation funds Stockton Scholars. The program begins in full next year. To kick things off this year, 20 high school seniors were chosen to receive a one-time scholarship of $1,000 each.
David Diggs.
In May, a celebration honoring them featured actor David Diggs, one of the stars of Hamilton.
Stockton! That was garbage. Stockton! That's what I'm talking about.
Celine Corpuz received one of the scholarships. Raised by a single mother from the Philippines, Celine will be the first in her family to go to college.
Thank you.
We spoke with her at Stockton's Little Manila Center, where she interns and takes part in performances.
When you thought about paying for school, what crossed through your mind?
I was worried, where will I get the money? It was about what resources do I have and what I can work with, and who can help me actually input the numbers into the system of how much I need to pay for.
Celine will be attending a state school, UC Davis. Another scholarship recipient, Yohairo Morales, will be going to a private school.
And this fall I will be attending University of Southern California to study computer and political science.
He is receiving state and federal grants to help pay for tuition. The Stockton Scholars Program will help pay for his housing.
The $1,000 meant a lot for my family because it's less money that I have to worry about paying. It's less money that my parents have to see me go in debt for, even though they would love to help me, but they're not able to because of expenses. So it just means a lot to my family because it just means less worrying and less stress on us.
It's too early to say what effects Stockton Scholars will have on the city, but if its first recipients are any indication, the city may be able to hang on to its top students.
I actually do plan on coming back after college. I know the term for it now is called boomerang, so I definitely want to boomerang back here at Stockton with becoming an educator and also helping my community out.
I definitely see myself coming back to Stockton. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I definitely want to use my computer science degree to create things that are beneficial to our city, that are beneficial to the country.
They're leaving thinking, well, I'm leaving to come back. I'm leaving to get the skills and the tools to come back, and that's inspiring.
We want you to accomplish everything you have ever dreamed of in your life. All of your dreams. Go forth and accomplish all of them. And then, while you're doing it, I want you to say, oh yeah, and I'm from Stockton, California.